Well, this is rather interesting. The Pentagon is making some rather strange and suspicious moves during a rather strange and suspicious time. As most of you may already know, I am the type of content creator that loves to interact in the comment sections of my videos. I like to try to anyway, respond to as many people as I can in the comment sections of my videos. Now, lately, it's getting a lot harder because these videos are really blowing up and I'm getting a lot more comments than I used to receive. But still, at the end of the day, I try to respond to everybody. And I have been noticing some rather odd and bizarre comments for quite some time, and a lot of these comments just do not seem human. Now look, I get it, not everybody is going to agree with me, but there are certain comments where you can tell that they are a part of a narrative. They are a part of a script, and they are going along with a certain flow. Now, this has been going on for quite some time now, but I truly started to notice this after Kate Middleton announced she had cancer. Prior to her cancer announcement, there were a lot of content creators, including myself, that were making videos on Kate Middleton's disappearance. But after she announced she had cancer on 3/22, Day of Skull and Bones, there were a lot of comments. A lot of us content creators were just flooded with comments telling us to apologize, that we should feel bad, to call her Catherine. They were all following a script. Then I really started to take notice that something was not right in the comment sections of these videos after the April 8th solar eclipse. You see, what happened was, prior to the April 8th solar eclipse, we had the government, news, and media, and the powers that be. They were releasing articles, they were releasing information telling us that we had to stock up, we had to prepare, that the National Guard was going to come out during the solar eclipse. There was going to be a lot of traffic, there was going to be power outages. So it made a lot of us feel like something was going to happen during the April 8th solar eclipse. So you had a lot of content creators making videos about this. But when it came to me, I was taking a different path. I was saying how the April 8th solar eclipse would be a giant ritual. Never once said, and you can check those videos out, I never once said in any of those videos that the world was going to end. I said we're going to go ahead and continue living like normal, but this day was going to be a giant ritual, and I wouldn't doubt that after the solar eclipse, the April 8th solar eclipse, a lot of strange things would happen. A lot of strange sightings would happen. Well, after the April 8th solar eclipse, all of my April 8th solar eclipse videos were just flooded with comments where people were telling me to delete my channel, that I was wrong, the world did not end, see, we're all still here. And this was not the talking point in any one of those videos. And then I happened to check out other content creators that were talking about the April 8th solar eclipse in a way where they were not saying that the world was going to end, and they never alluded to this, and yet they were still getting these same comments in their videos. So there was like a script that was released, a bot script. When it comes to Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, we know that the government can control and manipulate the weather. We have known about this all the way back in the 70s and 60s. This is not a big conspiracy theory. It's nothing new. And yet, for a lot of us content creators, we are just flooded with people telling us how the government can't control the weather. And it all seems like they are following the same script, the same talking points. There is a video I have been wanting to create for such a long time now, and that is the dead internet theory, where about 90%, if not more, of the internet is just controlled by AI. Those people we're arguing with in the comment sections of these videos are just AI bots. These AI bots are just designed to control the narrative, to push us back and control whatever agenda or narrative is out there. Why do you think I am constantly called a fearmonger in the comment sections of my videos, even though my channel is called Minutes of Horror? The little disclaimer under it is called says fear-inducing channel, enter at own risk, and yet still to this day, I am constantly called a fearmonger by these very strange comments. I'm like, I know. This channel's all about fear. But it's about information. So if that scares you, I guess I'm a fearmonger. But I guess at the end of the day, a lot of these people that I'm telling this to, a lot of these people that I'm arguing with, could be bots. So what is my point here? What am I trying to get across? Well, on October 17th, 2024, there are articles that are coming out about the Pentagon, how the Pentagon wants to use AI to create deepfake internet users. The Department of Defense wants technology so it can fabricate online personas that are indistinguishable from real people. And this article was there's many other news agencies talking about this, but I'm reading this from The Intercept once again, which was published on October 17th, 2024. This has been going on for quite some time now, but for whatever reason, the Pentagon, the government, the powers that be, they really now want to put it into overdrive, and I think I can guess the reason. But we're going to go ahead and continue reading this article. The United States Secretive Special Operations Command is looking for companies to help create deepfake internet users so convincing that neither humans nor computers will be able to detect that they are fake, according to a procurement document reviewed by The Intercept. The plan mentioned in a new 76-page wish list by the Department of Defense's Joint Special Operations Command, or JSOC, outlines advanced technologies desired for a country's most elite clandestine military efforts. Special Operations Forces are interested in advanced technologies that can generate convincing online personas for use on social media platforms, social networking sites, and other online content, the entry reads. So this is interesting because we are now in a time where we are constantly talking about UFOs, aliens. We had the Pentagon talking about how there was drones, what they considered UFOs because they cannot identify them, hovering over military Air Force bases. We are now in a time where, again, UFOs and aliens are more discussed than ever by the United States government. Between 2023 and 2024, we have heard more about UFOs and aliens than any other time in human history from the government. Prior to 2023, and I've said this in every one of my UFO and alien videos, to the government anyway, UFOs and aliens were considered swamp gas, weather balloons, a crazy conspiracy theory. But yet, for whatever reason, between 2023 and 2024, the topic of UFOs and aliens has been taken very seriously by the government, and they want us to keep talking about UFOs and aliens for a reason, to get us mentally prepared for something like Project Bluebeam, or perhaps something far more advanced than Project Bluebeam. So when the staged false alien invasion occurs, and we talk about it online and on different social media platforms, and we say how the government may be involved in this staged alien invasion, we have these AI bots that were created to push back this talking point. Continuing to read from the article, it says, the document specifies that JSOC wants the ability to create user profiles that appear to be a unique individual that is recognizable as human, but does not exist in the real world, with each featuring multiple expressions and government identification quality photos. This is trouble. This is big time trouble for anybody that talks outside the quote-unquote official narrative. But continuing to read from the article, it says, in addition to still images of faked people, the document notes that the solution should include facial and background imagery, facial and background video and audio layers, and JSOC hopes to be able to generate selfie video from these fabricated humans. These videos will feature more than fake people. Each deep fake selfie will come with a matching fake background to create a virtual environment undetectable by social media algorithms. This is bad. This is so bad. We already know there's documents coming out where they are now allowing the military to fire upon United States civilians on United States soil, but now they are going above and beyond to control the narrative, or any narrative for any agenda, more so than they are already doing. This is crazy. Now, I am just going to go ahead and go to the end of the article because most of the article covers different examples where the government has used AI before. But reading this part of the article where it says there are no legitimate use cases besides deception. The offensive use of this technology by the United States, but not just the United States, any government really, would naturally spur its proliferation and normalize it as a tool for all governments. What's notable about this technology is that it is purely of a deceptive nature, said Heidi Khalaf, chief AI scientist at the AI Now Institute. There are no legitimate use cases besides deception, and it is concerning to see the United States military lean into a use of a technology that they have themselves warned against. This will only embolden other militaries or adversaries to do the same, leading to a society where it is increasingly difficult to ascertain truth from fiction and muddling the geopolitical sphere. The article goes on to say how both Russia and China have been caught using deepfake video and user avatars in their online propaganda efforts, prompting the State Department to announce an international framework to counter foreign state information manipulation. SOCOM's interest in deepfakes is part of a fundamental tension between the United States government, said Daniel Byman, a professor of security studies at Georgetown University and a member of the State Department's International Security Advisory Board. Much of the United States government has a strong interest in the public believing that the government consistently puts out truthful, to the best of knowledge, information and is not deliberately deceiving people. He explained, while other branches are tasked with deception, so there is a legitimate concern that the United States will be seen as hypocritical. Now, I'm sorry, Daniel Byman, but I'm a person that believes that the United States government, has been using AI for quite some time now, deepfakes for quite some time now. But maybe there's people in the government that are completely trustworthy and, they're overshadowed by much higher, those on the higher totem pole. But like I said, I believe that the government has been using deep fakes for years now. And it's quite concerning that they truly now want to speed things up for a reason. And I'm looking at you, Project Bluebeam. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.